The following was recorded in front of a live studio audience at the Studio 21 Podcast Cafe. This is the United Podcast Network.
Welcome to the Sicilian Corner, winner of the Italian Heritage Media Award, with your hosts, Tom Zappola and Mike Lamazzo.
Mikey boy, how are you, my man?
You know something, T? I can't complain.
Mike, not for nothing, but I just watched you shove a 1,000 calorie donut sandwich of some sort in your mouth. Disgusting.
Tommy, you talking? Because I can't hear you.
I'm talking fine.
I see your mouth opening and closing.
Well, that's not my problem.
I can't
Hello?
hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can, Tom.
Okay, well, that's good. That's good. No, I was...
Much better. It must be another miracle.
Yeah, no, I was just making a point, Mikey.
What was it, Tom?
I'm concerned about your health.
Really?
Look at yourself. You've let yourself go. You've probably gained...
My goal in life, don't start with gaining weight.
Listen to me. Since I left there to come to Florida, you've gained at least 45, 50 pounds.
Oh, 140.
I mean, look at you. You got 4 chins now.
Yeah. I should only... my goal in life is to look as good as you. You're my idol.
I do look pretty good, don't
Yeah,
I?
just like a nanny goat.
Hey, listen, a couple of things. First of all, welcome. Name of the show is Sicilian Corner. Tom Zappola, my paisan, my big brother, starting to look like my grandfather, Mike Lamazzo. 21 years we've been together, Mike. 21 blissful years.
Yeah, I feel it too every day.
It seems as though after the show I want to take a needle and stick it in my eye. But other than that, no, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Hey, listen, programming note, 2 programming notes. We have a great show today. Second segment, we are bringing in a really dear friend of ours. Everybody knows him. I consider him one of the best in the country, Mikey. Where do you rate Aaron?
He's very, very, very talented. You know what his strong suit is? Besides being gifted from God with a wonderful
He's a
voice.
handsome guy, man. He's a handsome guy.
His personality.
He's a handsome guy, too, though. He's got great hair. He's got great hair.
He does. But his personality is what really wins the crowd. He's talented, but his personality, people can relate to him. And, we had, fabulous. I don't know if you remember, you weren't doing the shows with me back then, but in 2015, we had Aaron at the big shows in the Common for the Sant'Alfio Society. And Marianne Esposito, who is listening into this show right now, came and she wanted to watch Aaron during his rehearsal time, and then she came back at night to catch the show. She came with a whole production crew. Now, if you go, Tommy, you go in Ciao Italia and you hit La Festa, it'll show you that show with Aaron and everything else that she did. She dedicated the whole show for Ciao Italia to our piece, which was unbelievable.
Well, let me tell you something.
She loved this guy. Aaron, that's her main man, boy. Let me tell you.
He's one of the best in the country. He's had a great solo career, and he's also part of the 3 Sicilian tenors. They travel all over the country, actually all over the world. So we're going to be bringing Aaron in the second segment. Another programming note, please, everybody remember that March 25th, a week from today, will be our last live show. We're going to be pre-recording the show a few days before. The reason being is now because we're on so many different platforms, Facebook, YouTube, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Alexa, all that stuff. Mike and I want to be able to communicate with you when the show is airing, which is, that's very, very, very important. We want to be able to communicate with you guys, talk to you during the show. You guys, we can have some fun. Let's put it that way. What else, Mikey? One other thing about Aaron. And I don't know if he remembers this, but I think it was the first year that we had Aaron, Mikey. He was in the Common, and we had about 16,000 people for the concert. And I'll never forget this. That was the day after, 2 days after my mother passed away. Do you remember that?
I do.
And Aaron was up on stage.
You were a real trooper, boy.
Yeah, well, Aaron was up on stage, and he dedicated a song to my mother, which I thought was very, very, very nice. I'll never forget that. So with that being said, we're looking forward to having Aaron on in a few minutes.
We'd like to also add, Tommy, that Aaron's going to be in the Boston area.
We're going to talk about that later on. Don't get ahead of yourself, all right, please?
Look, I'm going to say whatever I want to say. I don't have to be ahead of you. I was born ahead of you.
By light years. Hey, listen.
By a decade.
I know.
3,650
Last night we went out to dinner. There were 5 of us, and we had dinner in a Swedish restaurant.
Were they topless?
Swedish.
That's what I said. Were they topless, waitresses?
What the hell is wrong with you?
Sweden. Everything goes in Sweden. All the waitresses are topless. What the hell's the matter with you? I got to write it out to you?
It's Amsterdam. That's Holland, not Sweden.
Sweden's rules, let me tell you something. Anything goes.
Really?
Anything goes.
Well, actually, it was pretty
Were they topless, yes or no?
No.
I don't want to hear about it.
The name of the restaurant was Waxins, Waxins. So I tried.
What's that mean? Translated, what is that?
Waxins.
Yeah, what does it mean?
Waxins must be the guy's name, Freddie Waxin. Who the hell knows? But
Freddie
anyway,
Waxin.
Waxins.
You know, when Lucille's niece got married, her last name was Freegon. And you remember Anthony Spiafore?
No.
Yes, you do. Don't tell me no. Why is it when I ask you a question, you blow me off? Anthony Spiafore. It was the biggest seafood restaurant in the country.
Anthony's Pier 4.
That's what. Yeah.
That's not what you said.
I did.
You did not.
Yeah, Anthony's Pier 4.
Anthony's Pier 4, yes. I do remember it.
So there was a big waiting line. Do you remember the Peter Stuyvesant, the boat that was there they used to have cocktails on?
I do.
And they had that big ice bar with, the seafood. Oh, my God. Anyway, long story short, we had to wait about 45 minutes, even though we had reservations, which frosted my Gulu a little bit.
Yeah.
So the maitre d' turns around and says, will the freaking party of 4, it's Freegon, he says, would the freaking party of 4 please come to the reception area? Me, I wanted to duck. I wanted to scribble down. I mean, it was hilarious.
That was a pretty good restaurant.
It was pretty good. It was outstanding.
Yeah. So last night I had beef Rydberg. There was a Swedish dish, some beef tenderloin, beautiful prime beef tenderloin. A nice healthy portion of it, caramelized onions on the side, roasted potatoes on the side, a healthy scoop of horseradish in the middle, and sitting on top, and some, there was something else. Oh, mustard cream to dip. Nice. And then sitting on top of the meat was a big fried egg.
Nice. Nice.
It was actually delicious.
Yeah,
I'm
sure it is. And plus, besides that, you had 2 very nutritional martinis.
I did.
Yeah. Yeah. Watch your calories. Watch all of that, but kill your liver with all those martinis you drink.
My liver has.
I know. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Now, you only have a half a freaking liver, so please don't go down that road.
Mine grew back. I wish other things would grow back, but that's the way it goes sometimes.
All right, so listen, David, I want you to chime in. I don't know if David has his headset on, but I'd like you both to chime in on this.
Go ahead.
So what do you think about the poor bastard that spent $500,000 on Tom Brady's, quote, last touchdown pass football?
Ouch.
Paid $500,000 for it.
What is it worth now?
$20,000.
Is it
now,
really?
David, here's a side story. You know who sold? You should know who sold the football.
Oh, who?
Take a
was
guess.
it HA?
No, it was our good friends at Leland's.
Oh, that's right, Jordan. That's right.
Jordan sold it.
Yes.
So
Oops. Hey.
I emailed him, and I said, "Okay, now what happens?" Make a long story short, evidently, I believe there was fine print in the contract that the buyer, signed off on that basically said, no guarantees, baby. No guarantees.
Really?
Caveat emptor.
So it looks like the ball is now worth 20,000, but there's a couple of rumors circulating that TB12 may step up to the plate to help the guy that bought the ball. So
Don't hold your breath on that.
So
I got a bone to pick with him, Tommy.
First of all, you've always been a TB12 hater from day one. So go ahead.
I think he's an unbelievable athlete. God bless him. The guy, something. But I just want to say, he's come out with quite a bit of merch lately.
Yes.
And the merchandise that he's selling, like Chrissy, for a T-shirt, right? For just a T-shirt, he's charging $75 for a freaking T-shirt because it's got TB12 on it. I mean, and you know what bothers me? If it was made in America, Tom, I would tip my hat.
How do you know it's not?
It's not. It's made in China because I went and I did some investigation. We had the crack Sicilian Corner investigation unit look into it. Most of it is made in China. $75 freaking dollars for a T. Are you serious?
Yeah, but Mikey, hold on here. And I'm not defending
Tommy,
the guy, but hear me out. I'm not defending him, but no one's forcing anybody to go to the store and pay $75 for it. Don't buy it.
I get that. But you know something? Everybody's caught up in this Brady. I'm tired of hearing about Brady.
Okay. Let's. You want to go down that road? Let's go down that road. How much do you pay for your shoes?
Ooh.
Excuse me? What was that little outburst?
I think you.
What was that outburst?
How much you pay for your shoes?
You.
It depends.
How much do you pay for your velvet sport jackets?
We'll have to ask Aaron that question too.
How much do you pay for your silk sports jackets?
But I try to buy stuff that's made in America. I really do.
You're full of crap. You don't even look at the label.
That hurts me.
To be fair, though, TB12's $75 purchase is a hoodie, not just a T-shirt.
No, it's a T-shirt.
Okay, so already you're spewing false information.
I'm not spewing.
It's a hoodie. It's not a T-shirt.
I think we need to investigate him.
The T-shirt is separate, and the hoodie is a separate item altogether.
Okay, David, I'm crying shenanigans here on Mr. Lamazzo. Would you kindly look up the price of a TB12 T-shirt?
TB12,
not $75.
TB12 T-shirt, quick view, $30. The hoodies are $75 and $68.
All right, Mikey, you know something?
30,
this is an example
outrageous.
of your
outrageous.
No, this is an example of your anti-TB12
That's true.
rhetoric.
You just took it to
no
the
matter
extreme.
what the guy does, you are an anti-TB12ite. That's all there is to it.
You know something? Let's buy and stop buying from these countries who hate us.
I bet he doesn't even like to eat goat.
David, before we take a break, can you do me one more favor? Would you, in fact, qualify Michael's statement that material is, in fact, made in China? Because I'm going to cry shenanigans there.
China and Korea.
I'm going to thoroughly
Thank you very, very much. Child labor. They're getting paid $1 an hour. Those poor kids are working.
Hey, it's better than
26 hours a day sewing. Their hands are all full of blisters. Don't you feel bad
At least they're not on the streets in danger. They're in danger if they're not on the streets. They're in factories working. It's good for them.
Child labor is good, yeah?
It keeps them out of trouble.
Is it really?
Keeps them out of trouble.
Yeah? They have a lot of that in Drake, do they?
Exactly.
All right, listen, we're going to take a quick break. We come back, the incomparable, I repeat, incomparable, Aaron Caruso, who is, I'm going to ask him, Mike, I think he wears a piece. He's got to have a piece.
No.
He does not have, that can't be real.
Yeah, it is.
Like you, because I know you wear a piece.
Yeah, but see, his is guaranteed for up to 25-mile-an-hour wind. I only get 23 miles an hour out of my hair. So anything over that, it gets a little messy. But he's
guess
good.
What? I can stand in 100-mile-an-hour winds, and nothing happens to my hair. Nothing.
I'm looking forward to talking with Aaron.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. We come back. Aaron's going to
go.
be in the house. Hang in there. We'll
Andiamo.
Looking for that something special? All of us here at the Sicilian Corner suggest trying Ristorante Uno, located at 119 Salem Street in Boston's historic North End. For the most exquisite dining experience in an intimate setting that serves authentic regional Italian cuisine and features old country service. Try Ristorante Uno. Did we mention their award-winning wine cellar? Ristorante Uno, 119 Salem Street in Boston's historic North End. Call 617-573-9406 for reservations. That's 617-573-9406. Tell them the boys from the Sicilian Corner sent you.
Today.
Today, Lawrence General Hospital has affiliations with leading Boston academic medical centers. Top specialists from Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center and Floating Hospital for Children at Tufts Medical Center work with our local doctors to bring world-class care close to home. Today, amazing partnerships are happening at Lawrence General Hospital. To learn more, visit lawrencegeneral.org/today.
Italian artisan cuisine combines simple, fresh ingredients with time-honored preparation to create an incredible culinary experience. At Tuscan Kitchen, located in Salem's historic Depot District, talented chefs prepare everything in-house from scratch for all to see. Guests enjoy their meal literally in our kitchen as food is prepared right in front of you. Wood ovens burn from morning till night, roasting vegetables, baking bread, and firing delightful thin-crust pizzas. Prime steaks are seared on a wood grill. A rotisserie slowly roasts marinated whole chickens and lamb, while a pasta maker creates fresh fettuccine. More than just artisan cuisine, Tuscan Kitchen features the wine bar, live entertainment, weekly wine tastings, and elegant private dining and event space. Call 603-952-4875 or visit TuscanKitchen.com to make a reservation and learn more about the culinary adventure that awaits. In Italy, cooking is an art form. Tuscan Kitchen. Experience artisan Italian.
Essex Orthopedics and Optima Sports Medicine is pleased to announce the opening of their American College of Radiology accredited MRI unit at their location at 16 Pelham Road in Salem, New Hampshire. So now, in addition to receiving the best orthopedic care in the Merrimack Valley, as well as physical and occupational therapy at Optima Sports Therapy and Rehab, you can also have your MRI, all in one convenient location. The doctors and staff of Essex Orthopedics and Optima Sports Medicine have been dedicated to providing outstanding medical care to the Merrimack Valley in southern New Hampshire since 1984. Located on Route 97, just off Exit 2 from Route 93 North, on the second floor of the Workout Club of Salem. You deserve the best care, and that's exactly what you'll get from the board-certified surgeons at Essex Orthopedics and Optima Sports Medicine. Please call 603-898-2244 to schedule an appointment.
A loyal sponsor for the Sicilian Corner is Hilton Oil Company. Hilton Oil has been located right across from the South Lawrence Common since 1932 at 101 South Union Street. Hilton Oil Company specializes in 24-hour burner service, oil deliveries, including automatic deliveries serving all the Merrimack Valley area, plus portions of southern New Hampshire. If you want your car fixed right the first time, bring it to Hilton's state-of-the-art service station. Remember, Hilton's is also a Mass State inspection station. Hilton Oil Company, 101 South Union Street in Lawrence. Call 978-687-9793.
This is Cindy
and Mike Kunstler,
owners of Grazie Italian Restaurant in Dracut, Massachusetts,
the hidden gem of the Merrimack Valley.
In addition to spectacular views overlooking our golf course, we have an incredible Italian chef, Benny Curti.
Benny was born and raised in Italy and came to be our executive chef in 2013.
Benny is so passionate about cooking. If you haven't experienced the food at Grazie Italian Restaurant, you're truly in for a treat.
Grazie Italian Restaurant, located at Four Oaks Country Club.
Wow.
You know, not for nothing. And
You taught him everything he knows, right?
Aaron, seriously, will you please let our viewers and listeners that I spent hours with you teaching you how to sing like that?
Yeah.
You did. But before I go any further, I have to interrupt. I found your twin.
There he is.
Ian DiMucci. And
you know, you're not right. You are not right. You realize that.
I think that's a look for certain Italians of a certain age, because here we have Joe Pantoliano from The Sopranos.
Yeah.
And our own Tom Zappala.
There you go.
All right, enough. All right. You know something? I like the look. The Cappaduzzo, I wear it backwards because it was getting in my way with my headset. That's why I wear it. But anyway.
You act like you're 80 years old.
Thank you. Welcome,
welcome.
number one. We are thrilled to have you. You know what you mean to Mike and I. We go back pretty far now, Mikey, with him, huh?
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's been a lot of years. Aaron, you have.
I just want to say to our listeners, Tommy, he's extremely easy to work with. So if you're thinking of a
pain in the ass.
if you're thinking of a special event, folks, I'll tell you. Aaron, what's your website?
AaronCaruso.com. AARON.
Okay.
CARUSO.
Aaron makes doing a show actually enjoyable.
Well, you know something, for once I have to agree with you, Mikey, because when we've done, you and I have done Aaron 2 or 3 times, but he was very easy to work with. But taking it a step further, Aaron, you know, we always brought in, and I think you'll agree with this, some of the best backup musicians in the Commonwealth of Mass, using our good friend Tommy Lamarck and the Boston Union people. And Tommy Lamarck used to tell Mike and I that you were one of the easiest people to work with.
That's the truth.
And how many pieces did we have behind you? 15, 17, 19, whatever the hell it was.
We ran about 12 with him.
Did he? I mean, but they really enjoyed working with you, Aaron. So that's a credit to you. Credit to you.
Big time.
He's a gem. Tommy is a real gem. I mean, and the musicians, they read everything down, no problem. How's he doing, Tommy Lamarck?
He's doing well. He's doing well. He's still kicking. He's still gigging all over the place.
You know, it's been slow for them, just like it's been slow for anybody in that industry.
Yeah, but you know what he's been doing,
things are starting
Mike?
to pick up. He's teaching. Yeah.
He's teaching and he's doing some studio stuff. He's been doing a lot of studio stuff.
And Aaron, correct me if I'm wrong, but you're also teaching. You're in Florida now, right?
Yeah, down in Fort Myers, and I'm also teaching.
Love the area. Love the area, man. That airport, every airport should be like Fort Myers. What a beautiful.
I agree.
I love that airport.
I agree. We're only 15 minutes from it, 20 minutes, not even. But, you know, talking about Tommy Lamarck, I was very fortunate when I toured. I used to tour with Joan Rivers for the last 2.5 years of her life, to work with, you know, every town, if they're lucky, has a great musician as tight as Tommy Lamarck's orchestra. And when you tour with Joan, you get to meet all those top guys.
That's good.
And I got to tell you something. I had a real pleasure meeting some really great musicians all over the country.
I want you to be truthful. The type of shows that Tommy and I produced in the Common when you performed for us, on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rank them?
12.
Between sound and preparation and setup and everything else.
Not because I'm on your radio show, but because the truth is the truth. I mean, everything was top notch, from the musicians to the sound check, the sound, the
backline, all that.
A to Z.
Starting on time. If we said 8 o'clock, we started at 8, right, Tommy?
We did. Except for when we had, except that, I don't know if you know this story, but we had Al Martino a couple of times. And I know you knew Al.
Oh, yeah.
So Al and I don't know if you remember the venue, but you know, we had the Common is where the concert was. And then across the street was the senior center, and that was the dressing room for you guys. So Al and I were in the dressing room, and Al says, geez, I love Sambuca, right?
Yeah, he liked the Sambuca. God bless him.
So him and I were shooting the breeze. I have a couple little shot glasses.
Lo and behold.
I'm pouring the Sambuca. You know, time escapes us. So after about 7 Sambucas, it was time for the show. And actually,
he wanted to take a nap.
He was outstanding for the first 20 minutes. Then after that, things went a little south. But anyways, let's talk first of all about what is Aaron Caruso doing as far as performances coming down the road?
Well, we have a lot of exciting shows coming up. A lot of I'll be in Boston for St. Anthony headlining that on Saturday, August, I want to say 28th. Does that sound right?
Yeah, it's the last weekend of August. Yep.
Last weekend.
Are you on Saturday night?
Saturday night, which is August 27th.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Friday, the 26th, I'll be on the Cape in Mashpee for the, it's called La Tavola, and it's an outdoor Italian festival they do every year. And I've been doing it since my old manager, God rest her soul, Maria, was alive, and Maria passed away over 10 years now.
Yep.
Wonderful people. The Mashpee Chamber of Commerce puts it on. Much smaller than the St. Anthony Feast.
Yeah.
I'll be there the 26th. And I'm working with our good friend Corey Pezzaturo, the world champion accordion player as well.
Oh,
Fantastic.
Great. So you got 2 shows in Massachusetts coming up during the course of the summer. And,
That's correct.
And hopefully we can add a couple more, maybe.
Aaron, let me. Do you do a lot down here in Florida? And the reason I'm asking, because there's I don't know if you've ever played the spot, but there's a really, really nice Italian festival up on my side here in Jupiter. Have you ever done that spot?
I haven't. My agent got in touch with the guy. They couldn't come to terms for whatever reason. But I haven't done it yet. But that doesn't mean that I won't do it. So I've heard about that one.
And something else? There are some beautiful, beautiful venues right in Palm Beach that are magnificent, like the Kravitz Center, the Colony Hotel. The Colony Hotel, I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but it's right in downtown Palm Beach. It's an old throwback hotel where they have actually a dinner theater. And you have a beautiful dinner there. It seats about, 250 to 300, elegant, and it's a top-notch supper club. I mean, they've had, like Joan Rivers, I know, has been there. They have some really, really, really good acts. Be a perfect room for you.
Aaron, a class act like you know where you belong.
I played the Kravitz Center with Joan. I opened for her.
You did.
How about I'd like to see you at the Breakers.
Yeah,
I think you would be such a fit.
He'd be great. Are
you kidding me? I mean, that's where I see you.
Yeah.
With a nice, dressed up real nice like you always are, and walking around the tables and singing to people. Jesus, Mary and Joseph, you would be a smash. A smash.
They have another Italian festival down. My buddy Anthony Palmisano is putting a festival down Hallandale Beach.
Oh, really?
They're doing a San Gennaro down in Hallandale Beach.
Coming up shortly?
This weekend.
Oh, no
You're not
kidding.
going to be there, are you?
No, I'm not going to be there this year, but I remember he was telling me about it, so I wanted to pass the word for your listeners that are down there.
Yeah, of course. Speaking of
I wanted to ask you, Aaron, about what you're doing is teaching to try and get these kids to. Is it vocal? Is it instruments? What exactly are you doing?
Yeah, I've been through COVID and all that. When I wasn't performing, I started doing even more teaching. I started before that, but I teach voice, classical voice. I have students that I teach online all over the country, all over the world.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You want to take some lessons, Mikey?
Oh, I could use them. Let me tell you.
Yeah,
Do you ever bang into Tony Pace at all?
I know I haven't.
No. He's one of our favorites too.
He's
you and him are
different types of.
Yeah, I mean different altogether. But I'll tell you, what a gentleman! What a gentleman! He's another one I love to work with.
Aaron, what about the three tenors, the three Sicilian tenors? Anything going on with them? Because you guys have done some spectacular shows.
Well, thanks for asking, Tom. Yeah, we're very excited about the Sicilian tenors. We have a national PBS concert that's playing over 300 stations nationwide.
Really?
Coming to a PBS near you. I believe they're coming up at the end of the month in March. I will find out from our producer and let you know.
Yeah, let us know so we can tell our listeners, Aaron.
Absolutely. It's a top-notch show. They love it. We're going to be doing a holiday show as a follow-up to our initial very successful show. And we're also touring all over the country. So very excited about the SicilianTenors.com.
The worst is over. The worst is over in the industry right now.
I'm sorry?
The worst is over in the industry, entertainment.
It seems like it, doesn't it, Mike? From everything I can see, it looks like we're open for business. So
I hope so.
I was talking with my guy in Boston, and that was kind of the last city that they were on the fence about it. But I headline a festival in Texas, for example, in Houston, Texas. And they canceled it already because they were afraid of.
Well, Aaron, you're making a good point because Anna, my sister's with the Live Nation,
right?
And she's moved from the concert side to the venue, from the venue side to the Broadway side. Let's put it that way. And they're having on the concert side, outdoor concerts, the big venues, no problem. But there are still pockets across the country that are indoor venues that are still on the fence.
They're vasculating.
Yeah, she's working on a couple of big children's shows, and so, there are still venues across the country that are just holding off for a while. Are you seeing that?
Well, that's what I'm. So there's no rhyme or reason to it other than. Most of the donors for these performing arts centers and places are elderly people, and they may be sitting home watching the news all day, getting freaked out of this. Oh, they cancel it.
Yeah.
Always an overabundance of caution, which that's their right. It's a very democratic system there. They vote. They want to do it. They don't want to do it. But
Aaron, I wanted to ask you, there's a group of young men that are really creating quite a stir throughout the world, and that group is called Il Volo. I was interested in knowing what your opinion is of them.
Mikey, they've been around for years.
Yeah, they've been around for 10 years, but cripe, they started when they were 20. I don't even think they're 30 yet. But the reputation, something, I had the pleasure in the Meadowlands, as a matter of fact. We went to see Pavarotti, Placido Domingo, and Correas. And that, to me, was the best show I ever saw in my life. It was a Saturday night. The New York skyline was lit up. It was a perfect night. But I'll tell you, I'm really a big follower of this Il Volo. And they're going to be appearing at the Wang Center, I believe, on September 20th. But, boy, I'll tell you, they're very talented. They're not as good as you, but they're talented.
They're very talented. They're nice kids. They're nice. I say kids now. They're in their 20s. But
yeah,
we've had a chance to perform with them, the Sicilian Tenors. We co-headlined an event in Washington, D.C. for the National Italian American Foundation.
Oh, wow.
And we run into them across the country. Really great guys. I was at their first PBS special, which was filmed in Detroit.
Yeah.
At the Detroit Opera House, where I'm originally from. And it's been a joy to watch them grow and all the different things that they've done to keep that beautiful music alive, our great traditions.
You know something? I agree with you 100%. I really do.
Aaron, I know you're from Michigan originally. Those are your roots. Still family there? Do you get out there much?
Oh, absolutely. I go back there often. I'm involved with our Italian festival there in Michigan, outside of Detroit. I still do a lot of work there. My whole family is still there. All my extended family as well and friends. So we always go back there.
All right, we have about a minute left. First of all, your website, aaroncaruso.com. Number two, you're all over the country. Literally, you're going to be up in the Boston area the weekend of the St. Anthony's Feast. At the end of August, last weekend of August. The week before that, you're going to be down the Cape. When are you going to be in the East Coast of Florida, for crying out loud?
We'll just make the appointment. I just don't want to make sure. I want to make sure that I don't mistake you for Dion DiMucci. You know what I'm saying?
Enough. But listen, if you're over here, please, if you don't let me know that you're going to hear, I really would. I'd love to meet you for lunch.
I'm going to bring my lovely fiance with me.
And Ellen,
congratulations, by the way.
Congrats. Ellen is here. So love to, hey, Mikey, since you're the financial guy of the Sicilian Corner podcast show, can I treat and can we write this off?
No.
That's it. That's it. All right. You know something? I'll pay for it myself. How's that?
I like it. I like it. This guy's got.
All right, Aaron. We love you, brother.
His first communion money.
All right, listen. Keep in touch, and if you're over here before we leave, let me know. We'd love to meet you. I got a couple of great Italian restaurants here that are actually, we have found that are outstanding.
Wonderful. Not the Olive Garden, right?
No, Carrabba's? No, I'm just kidding. All righty, take care, brother. We love you.
Aaron, I hope you join us again.
Thanks, Mikey.
Take care. Aaron Caruso, just a great guy, great tenor. All right, we're going to take a quick break. Mikey, I hear you're collecting nickels. I want to ask you about that when we come back.
Hey, that was supposed to be a secret. Now, you know something?
I want to talk about nickels.
Hang in there. I don't know if I want to talk about it.
This is David from the Sicilian Corner. You know, Mike, Tom, and I love to go to Salisbury Beach, but we love different things and we can never agree. Tom likes the casual family-style dining with great Italian cuisine, Capri Seaside Italian Grill. Me, I love the elegant romantic vibe, Sea Glass with the amazing view and terrific menu with prices that'll make it the place you want to visit every week. Mike loves a drink in his hand and a cool ocean breeze right off the surf and the rhythms of an even cooler reggae band. We all know Mike loves Bob Marley tunes at Surfside. Who doesn't love a great show? National acts, comedy, regional favorites in the beautiful and intimate Blue Ocean Music Hall. Lucky for us, Atlantic Hospitality is the host of all these great places, and they treat everyone like they're Mike Lamazzo. And best of all, we never have to choose. Park the car once and all of this fun is right at your fingertips. We can have it all in the heart of Salisbury Beach. Find out about all the ways you can have a great night at Salisbury Beach at northshorepavilion.com. And Mike, Tom, and I will see you there.
This is Tom Zappala. Located in the heart of downtown Haverhill, the Haverhill Beef Company is a full-service, old-fashioned butcher shop and meat market that continues to be a valued family tradition since 1952. Peter and Monica Carboni's Haverhill Beef offers individualized service from an outstanding selection of marinated sirloin tips, homemade sausage, marinated chicken, and thick, juicy Chairman Reserve steaks. Your family deserves the best, so call Peter at 978-374-4795 or visit their website at www.haverhillbeef.com.
Hi, this is Mike, and I would like to tell you about the Deborah Care Law Offices, a firm that is focused on estate planning, probate, trust administration, and elder law issues. You will feel comfortable discussing important issues concerning both you and your loved ones, as well as having the information you need to make an informed decision about your family's future. How do I know? Because I'm a client of Dan Deborah Care. If you want to have peace of mind knowing that your loved ones are protected, call Deborah Care Law Offices today. In Massachusetts, 978-686-4645. In New Hampshire, 603-894-4141.
At Catadella Funeral Home, we reinvest in our business to provide your family with the best facilities. It begins with a beautifully landscaped exterior, parking for 250 vehicles, and a comfortable and inviting access to our renovated interior. Funerals can be costly, so you should review and compare plans to make sure you receive services that are fairly priced. I invite you to experience the Catadella difference in cost, facility, and service.
Catadella's honoring and celebrating the lives of the people we loved, providing exceptional care since 1929.
This is Cindy,
And Mike Kunstler,
owners of Grazie Italian Restaurant in Drake, Massachusetts.
the hidden gem of the Merrimack Valley.
In addition to spectacular views overlooking our golf course, we have an incredible Italian chef, Benny Curti.
Benny was born and raised in Italy and came to be our executive chef in 2013.
Benny is so passionate about cooking. If you haven't experienced the food at Grazie Italian Restaurant, you're truly in for a treat.
Grazie Italian Restaurant, located at Four Oaks Country Club.
Okay, we are back. I tell you, Mikey, he's one talented guy, isn't he?
You know something? He's a pleasure to be with.
Easy to work with, man.
You know, we were fortunate enough to be able to get him into Ballow's restaurant at Mohegan Sun, and the people just loved him.
Yeah, no, he's a very talented guy, handsome guy. I'm happy he's finally time.
And I'm glad he's settling down. Yeah.
Well, that's good for him
because he's a little he's a little crazy, you know. I mean, he gets a little wacky. Yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Hey,
I want to, Tommy. I just want to mention about the Butcher Boy. They're our newest sponsor, and I would just like to add that, you know, Easter's right around the corner, and you know something. If you want veal cutlets, and I know people are. When it comes to the holidays, David, they'll spend all kinds of money. They want everything just right. Well, the veal cutlets, and a lot of people say, well, veal cutlets are veal cutlets. And I know, Tommy, that's your I mean, you pay $1.49 a pound for veal cutlets, and you think they're
too much money.
Fantastic. The true veal cutlet should only be cut from the veal round, and which would be the top of the round if it was a piece of beef. And that's the only place that you should cut veal from, the veal cutlet. We have, we're broadcasting here in Salem, New Hampshire. We have a market right down the street, and they're selling them for like $5.99, but they're gray in color, David. The cutlet is, veal cutlets, fresh veal cutlets should be of pink. There should be no gristle. That's why I say the only cutlets that I'll ever buy is from the veal round. And that's what Butcher Boy sells. And you know something? It's the best thing in the world. And again, the holidays, you go that little extra, and you know something? This is the way to go. And the Butcher Boy handles some real quality products, and that happens to be, I'm fixated on the veal because it is getting close to Easter. We have a lot of Italian listeners and watchers that are watching our show, so I just wanted to make sure I mentioned it. And the Butcher Boy, once again, is in North Andover at the junction of 133 and 125, and they're open 7 days a week starting at 8:30 in the morning. So,
Mikey, I got a question. I got a meat question for you.
Yep.
So, a veal chop.
Yeah.
Is that the same?
It's from the loin. It's from the loin, Tom.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Okay.
So it's different. It's not like a veal cutlet.
Let's take to compare it. Let's take a T-bone steak.
Yeah.
You have the tenderloin portion. You have the fillet on one side, and you have the strip on the other side. It would be proportionate to that.
Gotcha.
Okay. I mean, to me, I think there's. I just had an Osco Buco dish.
Osso buco.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Osso. O-S-S-O.
Are your ears starting to go?
You said Osco. O-S-C-O.
Osso buco. It's the way I say it. In Wyndham, that's the way we say it.
In Wyndham, everything is wrong, but continue.
But I have to tell you, this was at Fratelli's. That meat just it was on a better risotto.
Yeah, but Mikey, don't they do something? Isn't that Osso buco, whatever it's called? Don't they like beat it or something, tenderize it?
No. What's the matter with you?
They don't put it under
That's
one of those
from the
machines?
forequarter. That's a shank of the veal. That has to cook for about 5.5 hours.
Is that what it is? They slow cook it like in a slow cooker.
Yeah.
All right, good to know. I never see. I'm not. I'm not an Osso buco.
Buco
aficionado, whatever.
Yeah.
Hey, listen.
You got to learn how to
tell
say
me
it.
about this. David and I were talking, and he asked me to ask you about that. You're collecting, and I collect. I collect baseball cards. Everybody, I think collecting is kind of like it's a passion for some people. Some people are hoarders. But what is this? You're collecting nickels?
Well, yesterday I was on a mission. I went to 6 different banks, David. And I called first to see if they could spare some rolls of nickels. And you know something?
Any particular reason why?
Yeah, there is. Because this little nickel over here that I'm showing you right now, and what year is this one? This is a 204, 205. This nickel, Tommy, has got a worth, because of the minerals in it, of 16 cents. A nickel is worth 16 cents if we melt it down. So right now, this is the time. So I'm hoarding. I'm trying to get, not hoarding, I'm trying to get as many nickels as I can. Right now, I have 200 rolls of nickels.
I'm going to need that one back.
Wait.
You want this one back?
Well, I didn't know what it was worth, and you borrowed it off me. And now, now
we're
gonna
melt them down. We're looking for somebody to melt them down, cheap and inexpensive. Right now, we have 8,000 nickels, and you take 16 cents, melt up time 8,000 is 12,800. So it's
12,000. Hold on. So 12,800 cents.
You have to deal.
What's that? $120?
No, yeah. Do the math. 16 cents times 8,000 is how much?
Oh, 16 is what?
How much?
120,000. You said
12,800.
12,800. So that's 12,800. That's unbelievable.
Yes, it is. It's my
12,800 cents. How many dollars is 12,800 cents?
Tommy, think of what you just said.
What, did I say something wrong?
Yeah, you did. All right? If you got 200 rolls of nickels and you have 8,000 nickels, multiply that times 16 cents. What do you got? How much? 1,208. What did I say, 12,000?
You said 12,000.
All right. Yeah, you're right.
That's
All right.
what I was saying.
But
You
it's
said 12,000.
no matter how
I said,
I carried 1 0 too much. I was doing it in my head.
Okay.
But
all right.
you know something?
Point being is that you're getting a return of about 10 cents on the nickel, 11 cents on the nickel. Right?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll take it any day.
It's not a bad return.
I'll take it any day of the week. This nickel has got 1.25 grams of nickel in it. And it also has 3 3/4 grams of copper in this. And prices just broke 100,000 a ton for nickel. 100,000 a ton. It broke Wednesday. That's
so
unbelievable.
What do you do? Wait a second.
How high is high?
So now, what do you do about collectible nickels, like the like a 1925?
I'm just throwing them into the pot. We're going to melt them down. I'm going to light a big fire in the backyard. We got a little pan, and we're going to melt it down, take the middles. I mean, it's amazing. 16 cents. That's what it's worth if you break it down. That was my point.
It's funny. Having a collectible show, I get calls periodically, not periodically, quite a bit, or emails. And a buddy of mine from down here called me yesterday. And he said, I was with a friend of mine that I hadn't seen in a couple of years. And his father passed away. His father was elderly. And his father was, prominent in the 50s and late 40s. So he was going through his father's trunk, Mikey, and he uncovered a letter signed by Adolf Hitler.
No way.
Honest to God. So he sent me a picture of it, and it looks legit to me. So I forwarded it to one of my auction friends, and they're gonna hook up with him and see what they can do to sell it. Because I think that would probably be worth some money.
I would think it would be. I was just looking at airlines and what airlines had the best frequency rate of arriving on time. What would you
JetBlue.
Actually, I was shocked at JetBlue. I was shocked.
Why?
It came in at 72.31%. Tommy, it was number 5.
Really?
David, number 5.
Who's number 1?
Hawaiian Airlines for the last 13 years.
Yeah, but that's because nobody flies on it.
I'm sorry?
Because nobody flies on it. Who flies on a Hawaiian Airlines?
60,654 flights. 60,654.
How many flights did JetBlue have?
I have no idea, and I really don't care. But Hawaiian Airlines, 90.14% arrival time on time. Really? 90 compared to, and you happen to mention JetBlue. I wasn't even going to bring it up. JetBlue, 72.31%.
Surprising.
Delta
very surprising.
Is number 2. And speaking of that, I just want to mention, there's commercial flights now out of Pease International Airport. Alliant is in there, and they're flying more and more direct flights. The trend right now is they're getting away from direct flights, and I hate that. If you're going to go anywhere, get on a plane.
Yeah, I won't get on a plane. If there's a layover, forget it, or you have to change planes. But Mikey, what you're saying about Pease, a dear friend of mine who has a house on the West Coast here in Fort Myers, he flies out of there. I think it's on Alliant. It's a third of the price of JetBlue.
That's my point.
And I believe it is a direct flight to Tampa. I think it is.
The Tampa, St. Petersburg area, it is. And you know what I like about it, Tom? Parking your car. If you have to leave your car there, $7 a night. $7. Manchester, right near my house, they're up to $15 a night.
Yeah, but you know something, Mikey, there's something to be said about Manchester, too. I mean, Logan is Logan, very expensive. I think that Manchester is a pretty good deal, too.
But they don't have the direct flights, Tom.
I know. That's the only problem with them. They don't have direct flights.
Boston turned around and really ate them up considerably. They took all the direct flights over to Boston, which is really not fair. I mean, I think but it Pease International. And besides, right now, that base, I drove through there, that base has got 10,000 people working there. It's not a base anymore.
They reinvented themselves. And
big time. Think of what it's done to the area. 10,000 workers, $7 a night, and you can get a direct flight. I got news for you. They should be swamped. They should be once people get to know. And I hope our listeners something to think about.
And I agree with you. That's a good plug for them. Hey, how was your St. Patty's Day, Mike? Did you do anything Irish?
When is that?
It was yesterday, Mike.
Yesterday?
Yesterday was St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, yes. I was thinking, like in our family, because everybody works, and like a lot of families, we celebrate on Sunday, the weekend, so we can make the nice boiled dinner. And do you like corn spare ribs, David?
I do not believe I've ever had them.
Oh, knock your socks off. Tommy, you ever try them?
No.
Corn spare ribs? They're
I'm assuming they're corned beef spare ribs.
They're regular spare ribs, fresh spare ribs that are put in the brine.
Yeah.
And, last week we were talking about Butcher Boy and the corned beef because they do it in-house. Mm-hmm. And it's quite an intricate, it's old school. I mentioned salt, so people thought it was like Morton salt that you pour the cannon or whatever, the box in. It's not. The salt that they use, Tommy, it's the same size as, say, rock salt. It's the big crystals. And you add that, you put that in there, you add all the spices, and it comes in, you can buy the spices so many gallons, and it's like a 55-gallon drum. I mean, it's like an old wine cask.
So are you making those on Sunday?
I'm going to have corned beef, I think, on Sunday. At least I'm planning to. And that's when we celebrate. I didn't realize that yesterday was St. Patrick's Day. And,
Really in tune, are you?
I was very busy yesterday. Some of us have to work for a living. Some of us can go away for the winter and, and lay back and go out.
I had a very, very stressful day yesterday.
Yeah, I know. You were trying to decide what sunblock to use?
No, I didn't have bait. I was out of bait. And
you haven't talked about fishing. People are wondering what happened to Tommy's fishing.
I fish 2 or 3 days a week.
But you don't talk about it.
No, that's because I haven't had
any luck.
Very good luck this year.
But
I've had decent luck.
The guy at the bait store, he put up a sign. He gives a reserved parking space.
The man loves me.
He does.
He loves me.
The only guy I know that spends $15 for bait catches nothing every day.
The man absolutely loves me. David, what do we got for time? A couple of minutes?
We have approximately 2 minutes, yes.
All right, so Mikey.
Yeah.
Just real quickly, I got it real quickly, 1 minute. The weathermen down here, it's hysterical. The weather guys down here on TV, the other night, there was a bulletin on TV. There was a tornado coming, 60-mile-an-hour winds, right? They get online. They're all over TV. They interrupt all the programming. It's heading right to North Palm Beach, right? Right where we are. It's over North Palm Beach. Mikey, I swear to God.
The sun was out.
I'm looking out my window. I'm saying to Ellen, is it me? But I don't see anything here. And they're saying it's right over Singer Island, which is right across the Intercoastal. We heard 2 booms of thunder, and it rained for maybe 2 minutes. And then the sun was out. Absolutely hysterical.
What other job can you have that you can be wrong 50% of the time and still maintain the job? It's crazy.
Being at bat, you're right.
It's crazy.
All right, listen, Mikey, have a great week.
Thank you. Same to you, Tom.
Special thanks to Aaron Caruso, good friend and tenor. Remember, check out Aaron at the St. Anthony's Feast at the end of August. And David and Chrissy, great job today. And to our viewers and listeners, thanks so much for all of your support. And remember, if you can't make fun of yourself, please don't make fun of anyone.
Absolutely. Tommy, it's always a pleasure. Folks, have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Enjoy this 70-degree-plus day.
Take care. Have a great week.
Audio Jungle.
The views and opinions expressed by the hosts, guests, or callers of this program do not necessarily reflect the opinions of the Studio 21 Podcast Cafe, the United Podcast Network, its partners, or affiliates.